And so everything is just like dead on arrival, which can be very frustrating when you put hours into a video and then you put it out there and then it gets 200 views. Hello and welcome to this video. It might seem a little dramatic, but I'm going through a crisis. I'm going through a bit of an identity crisis. So I've talked about this before, maybe a little too much. Nobody cares but me, but it's like consuming me right now. Anyways, when we were in New Zealand, we accidentally fell into the niche of being an American in New Zealand. We didn't even realize it at the time, but it helped us do pretty well because a lot of Kiwis were curious about what other people thought about their beautiful country. But since moving here, obviously nobody cares that we're Americans in Vancouver. Like, I understand. I get it. However, now I feel adrift, aloof, a miss, all of these great A words. So I've been trying to find my new niche. My hair is driving me crazy right now. It has been through like 2 gym sessions. Don't look at it. Anyways, my problem is, again, like in New Zealand, people would follow us because we would share our thoughts about New Zealand, but I could post whatever I wanted and it would do okay. And then here I am doing the same thing. Like I'm posting all these different crazy directions and it's all doing terribly because I think the YouTube algorithm is just so confused. It's like, are you New Zealand? Are you Canadian? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Are you a food blogger? Are you a travel blogger? Like all of these different things. So I think what's happening is I am putting out these videos, like my last one was about Canada, for example, which, whatever. And then it pushes it to the audience that I have. And it's all of you lovely Kiwis. And a lot of you don't care about Canada. And again, I totally respect that and understand that. I would do the same. I wouldn't watch the video. So there's no click-through rate, there's no audience retention, and so everything is just like dead on arrival, which can be very frustrating when you put hours into a video and then you put it out there and then it gets 200 views. Like that to me is not sustainable, that is not enjoyable, and also it just makes you feel like a polished turd. And here's the funny thing, there's just so much duality to all of this because it's like I'm saying I want to niche down, but I'm also saying I hate the idea of niching down. And it's like I'm saying I want to make what I want to make and I want to do this for the joy of it, but I'm also saying I want to do it to have success with it. So I understand it's kind of not hypocritical, it's just there's some duality to it. I don't know. My original thought with this video was to come out and say I'm going to take a break because I cannot figure out who I am, which sounds so dramatic, but I really just don't. Like I have been journaling about like who I am, what I like talking about, and I mean I'm going to cover a few of these ideas in this video, but I'm going crazy. I just had to take a week off of making content and consuming it because I would be flipping through reels and TikToks and stuff and be like, okay, I want to make stay-at-home mom content, and then I'd flip through and then it'd be an adventure mom, so I'd be like, okay, I want to make adventure mom content, and then I'd flip through and then it'd be a thrifting, like the whole page is all about thrifting. I'm like, okay, that's me, that's what I'm going to start making all of my stuff about. And then the next one is about basket weaving in the woods, and I'm like, oh, I can do that, that sounds beautiful. And then the next one will be all about, their whole platform is like how to become an influencer, and I see how well it's doing and I'm like, well, I can do that. And then I flip to the next one, it's all about de-influencing, and I'm like, oh my god, I love that topic too. And so you can see how I'm like going off the rails here. It's more than just me seeing it and liking it because I will sit there and start studying it and like think of all of these video ideas that I can make with it, and it becomes a part of my personality for that minute. And then after that I'm like, oh wait, no, I don't actually love that. I've always had this problem, mind you. I have gone through so many different career ideas and it's always just like who I'm hanging around at that moment. Like my favorite example is I went deep sea fishing in the Gulf of Mexico and there was a lady captain and I was like, this is me. I want to do this. This is what I'm going to become. This is my future. I will hang around teachers and all of a sudden I want to be a teacher, and I'll hang around people that homeschool, and so, you know, I'm just very easily swayed. I just see what other people are doing and I want to do it because they are loving what they're doing and I want to love what I'm doing, and I don't know, it just makes sense. So the root of the issue here is that I feel like for a long time, I like to post what I like to post. Like I was saying, I used to just post anything that I wanted to. But I would also, not pander is not the right word, curate some of my content to appeal to who was watching. So I would do a lot of New Zealand content, and like I enjoyed it, but it wasn't my passion. It wasn't what I like loved the most to create about, but I would do it because I knew it would do well. I've just tried some of that here, like for example with fun little Canadian things, and they just completely flop. One of the things that I've decided decided is that I'm just going to post what I love posting about, because that's what everybody says to do, because the idea is you keep posting what you love and what you're passionate about, and then your people will find you. Because the other question too is like, well, who do I want in my audience? Like, obviously I want everybody, but I think realistically, I want moms with young kids and just women that are kind of in the same life situation as me and can really sympathize and empathize and, you know, be along the journey. So yeah, let's just jump into what I am passionate about and what I love talking about because there's too many. And it's like, I try to block it into all of these different groupings to be like, okay, this is me. I'm going to try to fit myself into this little box, because unfortunately the internet, especially the shorter form platforms like Instagram and TikTok, you have to be palatable. You have to be able to be consumed by 10 seconds of looking at your page. You have to reduce yourself down to a 5th grade level or below. Like, it's just the way that it is on those platforms, which is why I love YouTube the most, because it is long form content. You can be more realistic. You can be a more rounded human. I think I've kind of narrowed it down to 3 groupings. So the first one being like outside adventures, because obviously that is a huge part of us. We love camping. We love hiking. We love being outside. I think it's so good for the kids. It is something that I am naturally doing like every single day of my life. And I love sharing the kind of bigger, more fun adventures that we get up to. Yeah, I could also kind of lump into that like things to do in Vancouver with kids. So that's one idea. And then the next is like a home lumping. It's a horrible word. Because I am a stay-at-home mom. So again, this is just something that I spend a majority of my time doing and being in. And so like some things that can go along with that. And this might sound boring to some people, but honestly, this is that thing where it's like post what you're passionate about and your people will find you. So like cleaning videos, minimalism videos, low toxic stuff, being frugal, the whole de-influencing thing, because that is so naturally me. Like, I get mostly everything secondhand. I really don't like buying new. I love the idea of de-influencing because I'm just a really bad influencer, because I don't really buy stuff, and I have learned that I'm in the wrong like career in that sense, because I don't buy stuff, and the idea of the influencer is that they're buying all these different things, testing them out, and then promoting the thing that they love the most. But I don't ever buy stuff to begin with, so if you're here for that, you're in the wrong spot. I'm sorry. But yeah, being eco-friendly, being natural, thrifting, styling, making your home cozy and reflecting like your personality. So yeah, that could be another lumping. And then the other lump, I don't know why I can't think of a better word, is just like wellness in general, because I love learning about this. I love talking about it. And then that can fit the rest of everything that I am super passionate about, which is like mom fitness journey in general, but also just fitness, and then like meal ideas, nutrition ideas, and then just like being holistically healthy in all regards. And I have talked about this in the past. Like, a lot of my talking heads will be about like how to feel better and what to do if you're in a low spot and just different types of things like that. So I don't know, I'm still working on myself. So let me know what you are here for, what your favorite things are to see. You can even include like who your favorite people to follow are. Like I said, this is mostly me to come on to say that I was going to be taking a little bit of a break. I don't know. I feel like I've just been through the ringer, and I also feel like it's so goofy to talk about this and have it like consume so much of you. But also, like, if I did just kind of quit social media and quit content creation, I feel like I would lose a part of myself, because I love doing this and I want it to work. Because after doing it for 2 years, you kind of get to a crossroads where it's like, okay, I either need to change this and make it actually work and actually make money, or I need to be done and figure something else out, because that's a lot of time to put into something to not have it do very well. I went to the gym and I was very thirsty and I forgot about how thirsty I was. That's all I have to say. Really, I wish this was live so that I could get all of your feedback and could converse with you and try to figure this out, because I am so lost. And really, it's like nobody else can decide this but me. Because again, it comes down to what do you love talking about? But what if you love talking about too much random stuff? So, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on, trying different things. Thanks for hanging with me, but also if you can't hang, go ahead and unsubscribe, because I understand that I have changed my video content quite a bit. So, alright, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next week maybe. Bye.